300th day of school, Tucker Tigers. Welcome to another edition of the Tucker Today Show.
I'm Eleanor.
And I'm Lucas.
I'm Tiggy. And I'm Jeff.
And here are today's announcements.
Today's date is Thursday, January 22nd, 2026.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please sit quietly for the moment of silence.
We do not have a sublist today.
There is testing throughout the building today. Please stay quiet so that all students can focus and do their best.
I'm going to be extra quiet in the hallways. I'm going to make sure I don't disturb anybody.
Now over to Tatiana for the weather forecast.
Today's weather will be partly cloudy and warmer. The high temperature is expected to be 55 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a 1% chance of precipitation, so the probability of rain is very unlikely. But colder weather is on the way. Now back to Lucas for today's lunch.
Today's lunch will be teriyaki, pot stickers, or meatball sub.
I'm going to have the teriyaki pot stickers. I'm going to have the meatball sub.
Now for Tucker Library Thursday.
Good morning, Tucker Tigers. Well, I'm sure that most of you have heard about the expected snowstorm that we are supposed to have this weekend. So we thought, hey, let's talk about some weather books, some snow books. So we're going to have some available for you today if anybody's interested. Here is a book about meteorologists. These are special scientists who go to school to learn how to forecast the weather. That's how we've known ahead of time, like even a week ago. The meteorologists could tell that there was a chance that we were going to get a lot of snow this weekend. So if you'd like to learn how do they know how to forecast the weather and use weather balloons to go up in the atmosphere, okay, that would be an interesting book to read. All right, here's a book of winter poems by Jack Pilecki. It's snowing, it's snowing. So if anybody is in the mood for some winter poems, all right. Blizzard. That might be what we're going to get. We might be getting enough snow that it could be categorized as a blizzard. Now, Miss Taylor does have a snowplow, so she will be out there while some of you are at home on the couch watching Netflix. Miss Taylor will be out there in her snowplow helping to clear the roads for her community. So that's why we love Miss Taylor. All right, here's a book about snowy owls. Okay, so if anybody wants to know about those animals, you can. And this is a book about snow, and it talks about how snow forms when it falls from the clouds. So, all right. And then we have some more books that we have some of our awesome fourth graders. All right, are you ready to go here? She's got a book called The Children's Blizzard of 1888. So this is historical fiction. It's a make-believe story, but it's based on a real blizzard that really did happen in 1888. So here we go.
11-year-old John Hale has already survived one brutal Dakota winter, and now he's about to experience one of the deadliest blizzards in American history. The storm of 1888 was a monster, a frozen hurricane that slammed into America's Midwest without warning. Within hours, hundreds would be dead, thousands terrified, lost, and freezing. John's inner strength is seriously tested when he finds out himself trapped in the building snow. The wind is like a giant crushing hammer, pounding him over and over again. Will John ever find his way home?
All right, a long time ago, they didn't have meteorologists, so they did not have a way of predicting the weather, so people would not know that a bad storm is coming. Okay, great. This is a fun book. This is one of Miss Dalzell's favorites. Here, you guys are going to switch places here. It is called Pink Snow, and it's got all these kind of interesting weather facts. And sometimes the snow falling from the sky can be pink, and there's a reason why. Let's see if it tells us anything here about that.
How does it happen? Snow is made in clouds. Sometimes strong winds pick up tiny
Tiny bits.
bits of red soil and dust. These bits of soil are blown up into snow clouds. Snow forms around red soil. The snow looks dark pink.
All right, so that's how sometimes snow falling can look a little bit of pink. It's got some other interesting facts. Back when Thomas Jefferson was alive in the 1700s and he was a farmer, one time in June there were 6 inches of snow in June. Can you imagine that? We think of that as our summer months. There was a snowstorm in June. All right, good job. Last one, we have Maya has snow leopards. All right, here we go, Maya.
A cub's bright blue eyes become pale gray or green as it ages. A mother snow leopard gives birth to 2 or 3 cubs in a den. The cubs drink milk from their mother at 3 months old. They learn how to hunt. They stay with their mothers for almost 2 years. Most wild snow leopards live 10 to 15 years.
Great job. All right, so we're going to have all these books. We got more weather books. If anybody is interested, we'll have them out for you in the library. Thank you for being good listeners. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the library. Bye-bye.
Now for the Tucker affirmation.
We are brave, important, capable, and smart. Confident, unstoppable, we're tigers who have heart.
That's all for today. Thanks for watching the Tucker Today Show, and have a Thinking Thursday.
Stay tuned for the list of students who have their birthdays today.
Bye.